Hello everyone and welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to seal the gap between my driveway and garage. We want to do this to stop water intrusion and to keep weeds out. And it just looks so much better. This does take a little bit of prep work and time, but it's a very easy and straightforward process. And I'll also leave a link to the products that I use below. My camera overheated and it stopped, so this area is the walkway, but the process is the same. First is to remove the old material. Now this is only 2 years old and it's already starting to come apart. So grab a flathead screwdriver and simply start removing the old backer. And with a little time and digging, it'll come up. Now take your time and make sure that you get everything out as best you can. Some of this was loose, and other areas I had to spend a little more time. And after a lot of digging, this is what I was left with. I gathered up the larger chunks by hand, and then I took a small broom and dustpan and got up some more, being careful not to push it back into the hole. My next step was I took the Shop-Vac and vacuumed up as much as I could. Then I topped it off using my leaf blower on high, getting out as much debris and loose material as I could. And this is what it looks like so far. The next step is to take a small wire brush and remove as much loose dirt as you can. What we're looking for is a clean, dry area so the sealant can bond to it. So take your time and do the best job you can. And then once again, I use my leaf blower to get out the loose dust. Now it's time to fill in the area with sand. I'm using paver sand, but you can use any type of sand you like. Just make sure it's dry. Only fill it a little more than halfway. We need enough space to install our new backer rod. Take a screwdriver and make sure that it's nice and level. Now it's time to install the backer rod. I'm using the 5/8 inch backer, which I found is the most common, but be sure that you measure yours and that you'll have the correct size. The backer rod helps give it a nice seal. We start at one end and push it down into the gap. You'll want to leave a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch gap from the top. That's where we're going to put the self-leveling sealant. Now don't rush this part. Take your time and work the backer rod into the gap. Now it's time for the sealant. The kind that I'm using is Sika Self-Leveling Pro Series Sealant. I used it a couple times before in the past, and it's really good stuff. Now we want to take our time with this. It's not like normal silicone sealant. It's a bit thinner, and it's like cold syrup. It's a little runny. You can see just how runny this stuff is, so make sure that you have some shop towels or paper towels in case some gets away from you. And we'll zip right through that. This is what it looks like. And our next step is to put some sand on top. This looks better and helps it blend in and gives it a nice transition. Now maybe I went a little too heavy on this, but that's okay. No sand was wasted or harmed during the making of this video. I allowed this to sit for about 24 hours before I removed the sand, just to let it cure a bit. It takes around 3 to 4 days for the sealant to fully cure. I came back 24 hours later and swept the sand away, and this is the finished product. We can see the difference between the old and the new. This looks good, and it's going to last for a really long time compared to the 2 years that the builder gave us. So if you have gaps in the driveway, go ahead and give this a try. Thanks for watching.